stuff. We can also unlock that door along the way, you know, all the good stuff. Do. Oh, there's the body.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch.
Damn.
It's gently laid on one side.
How did he get up there? Alright, well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Oh boy.
1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Alright.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about?
Oh, by the way, we need to... Oh, we are internalizing this. I think we just finished, didn't we? Huh.
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Don't we have someone else to cut his shit open?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Yeah, I feel like
You
a
are.
detective.
Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now, the way I see it, it's either this, or we complete the initial interviews. We already met Evrard, that only leaves the Wild Pines representative. There's one in town, negotiating the strike. She could have information.
Let's do this.
Adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
We need Inland Empire 3. Wait, we can get... Wait, don't we already have Inland Empire 3? Huh? Wait, what? What's going on? Oh,
Some
we finished.
kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice.
Oh god.
You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
And our bonuses are -1 load logic for a little bit, but a bunch of learning cap increases, which is supposedly pretty welcome, right? Right? Let's take a look
The rotting
here.
man lies. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep
Okay,
breath.
58%. I mean, well, let's try it.
I'm gone
Where have you gone?
into the wild pale yonder.
And where's that?
In the past, way out in the west.
But who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
I have another question.
Go ahead, Coppo.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your
Ugh.
imagination.
Yippee!
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up. Copperoonie Rooney.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here, Why are you investigating my murder?
This case is all I have.
I am all you have. Then you truly lost it all, brother. Let the world drag it all away from you. And what it left, you pissed away. And here we are.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Oh god, is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
I do strike myself as a Rooney.
No, you don't. Between you and me,
Ah, shit.
your name is probably Harry.
Ah, shit. That's enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible,
It's...
also, see me in your dreams.
Okay, he said something very different here. Good god. Yeah, what exactly
Come
does it
on,
feel about
officer.
this?
You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Why don't you know? What are you
You
saying?
must have me confused with the Copperpedia.
I think I need to talk to
You,
Copperpedia.
sir, you are the Copperpedia.
Shit. Okay, you got a pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
I'll take it like a man.
Unhygienically,
Alright, I need a pair then.
let's not go glove hunting, please. Let's use division of labor. I perform the anatomical side, while you take notes.
Alright.
That's right.
Alright, let's
The
start.
dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
Uh-huh.
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
Assistant.
That's you.
the
HDB.
corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says,
Coroner's case number.
KK57 dash 0803 dot 0815.
Dot. The
KK
end.
equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you. That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
I'm just gonna write it down because I don't know when I arrived here.
Next. NA. Next.
No name, date of
NA.
birth. No date of
Hmm.
birth.
Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write 42.
He nods.
Race?
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Muindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of
Did I write
curdled
down
meat
whitish?
looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky fucky!
Write down fucky fucky.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Write fucky fucky or pig's gonna have sex. Oh, I'm gonna write male. I'm gonna write male.
Nor
All right.
does he look
Oh.
male, with his pregnant belly and
My God.
indistinguishable face.
Date of
We're
birth.
still going with March 4th. 51.
All right.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of
None.
treatment.
At least not after the initial examination.
What is treatment?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. this man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's
What?
raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
What?
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
Damn.
We should start the post-mortem.
Alright.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Write it down.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it
The
down.
deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
I'm not touching his hair. What the hell are you talking about?
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity.
Huh?
You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
It's not high velocity, it's a kid
You
throwing
get your
rocks. Produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on a belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
Steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
May I try?
It's no use. We should get chain cutters. You can try with them. I have a pair in the toolbox of my kinema.
Alright, let's go get him.
Damn corpse. We had a good rhythm going.
It's fine, we'll get him. Doo-doo-doo.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat. And
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
he's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work? The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. The pry bar feels useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. It's robust, Whether
gonna take
lets
all of
you
these
see
things.
things in the dark you would otherwise. The pull-out toolbox slides back in.
Alright, I'm just... Before I go back to the corpse, I am gonna try and find the door we're meant to unlock. I think I would like to do that. Said it's behind the whirling in rags. There's like the greenhouse. There's like a little door somewhere.
An inconspicuous pile.
Hello? No, can't go down there. Because this is the greenhouse, isn't it? Hold on, let me take a look at the tasks again. Track down... how much do I have to pay? I can't tell. Tattoo. Race Enigma, Reality Lockdown. Is behind the greenhouse in the yard, it's a basement door. Uh-huh. Ah, it's over there. How do I get there? Yeah, I'll finish the corpse then. If the corpse is right here, so let's finish that.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Mm-hmm. Cut with as much precision as you can, please.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Let's look for a good spot.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Do I have my physical instrument things picked? Can I level up my physical instruments more? No. I don't know if I can do it. I'm not your pig, Kuno.
You are? You're Kuno's pig?
The belt is equally tight around the whole
God damn
circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like
That's
white
not gonna work.
bread. You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
Don't... Why? Oh, I'm not gonna rotate into the goddamn thing. Fuckity fuck.
The lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid.
Let's just cut.
Yeah, fuck him.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Yeah, I'm gonna
He
let him
sinks
do it.
the cutters into the
Because...
knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision.
Oops. Apologies, my bad. That's gone. There we go.
Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Good.
Here,
Alright.
the rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
Alright.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Let's write it
Chest
down.
is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
Uh-huh.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
I'm not gonna look at his neck.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
That's a lot.
From wounds sustained over 2 maybe more decades. Dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Way more than a law official.
Mhm. We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item. Hands.
I don't have gloves. I can't, like, interfere with the body.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Does the man have anything in you?
Ronan.
Nope.
Come back later.
Internal
Central nervous
examination.
system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
I may add the moral of this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood
I
supply.
think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Oh, right.
Good.
Nothing.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Writing it down.
Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. Stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
I could definitely look into the dead man's mouth, though.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Oh, let's not.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
Hepato means liver, and biliary, the gallbladder and bile ducts.
Am I an expert in those things?
Nothing in your alcohol-soaked memory
Oh, it just got darker
directs to
instantly.
having forensic expertise on either one.
Don't think so.
Neither am I.
Well,
Same
alright.
for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both.
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
Would obscure tidbits and not trivia fit the fields? Alright.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
Alright.
This will do.
Last field on the list, he looks around the ground. Yep. Poop.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we've inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I am inflicted.
Okay, so there's a spin-stabilized munition from a Kiel A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung, and an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention those. Better not to muddy the waters.
Water's muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Bite
Head,
marks.
chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Post-mortem, of course.
Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury. A stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal, post-mortem.
Right. Next.
What's the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Okay,
A
look
dark
at your mark.
red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Fatal injury? Probably.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
So how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
And what else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Okay, and what now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
Alright.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Perception. Do I straight up level up my perception again? As well? Where is that? I'm trying to even find where perception is. Sound visual calculus. Flight composure, interfacing, hand. There's perception. I mean, why not? Well, it might come in handy later. Okay, that didn't help at all. Anything?
You
No.
run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Can I look under his fingernails?
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
It's a gut feeling, so...
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Yeah, we're not asking
Fuck
Kuno.
are you looking at, Beano, man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
I don't think... Alright, I guess we're not bringing the body to the morgue. Can I change my mind on that? Because I don't... I think it's gonna be more
Yes.
convenient to just... Can I just say let's bring it to the morgue because it's almost the end of the day?
The man is decomposing. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses
yeah.
and takes a deep breath.
Yeah, I think we need to get rid of the body at this point because if we had gotten
If you
it
think
down...
so, officer, I'm not going to object. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I'll take it from there.
Because I think if we had gotten the body down ourselves, I'd be more
It's too late to
comfortable
take
with
him into
that, but
processing today.
not
take him
not
first
when
thing
it's
tomorrow.
already rotting away as much as it is. Alright, let's go. We've finally done it. The body is done with.
Yes?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out
Wait, is that it? Is it gone? I guess that's it. And I also think that's gonna be it for today's recording. I mean, that was productive. We got the body down and away, so you know what? Yep, it's done. So next episode, I gotta remember to unlock that basement door, and I guess we're gonna be wrapping up the day and figuring out where the hell we're going to go sleep. Probably speak to Gart again, and that'll be us next time in the adventures of this absolute action hero.